All right, Jason, lots to talk about this afternoon. You could actually feel the wind sort of picking up already today.
Yeah, and also largely because this summer we haven't had a lot of wind.
Yeah.
It's been just humid, not a breeze to cool you off.
Yeah.
Very still. We haven't had a lot, and that's playing into the story, Amanda and Brian, because the trees haven't been tested.
Right, good
Right?
point.
And they're also saturated soils, compromised root systems, so we'll get into it. All eyes on Lee. There it is on the visible satellite, and you'll notice here on the southeastern side of the storm, not as much in the way of cloud cover. I'll talk about that in a second. How about the headlines? Damaging wind gusts close to the coast especially, flooding rains eastern and northern Maine, and high surf, rip currents, beach erosion, and the overwash, the rocks, everything is going to be happening tonight and tomorrow. Currently wind speed, as Amanda just mentioned, could feel a little breeze, but right now 14 in Portland. It feels a little bit more because this summer it has been just not windy almost the entire summer, except for maybe a burst of a thunderstorm outflow. How about the visible satellite? We're starting to fill in here. Better chance to see one of those sun halos going on through those ice crystals up high in the sky. Now look at the visible satellite here. Everything's kind of shifted to the north and western side of Lee. So I want to kind of peel things back just a bit here and look at the water vapor and show you what's happening. Notice these colors here, orange, yellow, whatever you want to call it. That's dry air working in, shearing out the southern and eastern side of the storm here. So the storm is weighted on the northern and western side. And that's bad news for us, obviously, but also as the storm goes from a tropical warm core to a colder core system, the northwest side, typical of like a nor'easter, is going to have a lot of that rain. It's also interacting here with a stationary front that's left over that kind of died out when it came through yesterday or so. So, a little trigger happy with the button. Let me back up to the tropical storm warnings that are up here. Going to be a forward and reverse here. It's like driving a car. The computer, though, is chugging behind here, so let me just give it a second to catch up. And warnings are up here in red for really almost the entire state. And this is really the National Weather Service being very cautious here. And the worst of it's going to be down east and eastern Maine. Not expecting the western mountains to see that much from this. It's dry right now. The storm is to our south here. That's Lee. If you didn't pick it out, there it is, big icon. It is a large hurricane, so we're going to have large reaching impacts. Tonight, if you're headed out for dinner, walking the dog, no problems. It'll be dry. The outer rain bands start to move in, and I'm going to commit the Cardinals sit here and stand in front of Maine just for a second. Forgive me, because the heaviest rain bands here are west of Nova Scotia. So our neighbors to the west there are going to really to the east, are going to see the worst of this storm for those rain bands here. I'm back in my spot away from down east Maine. And then the rain bands start to push in here Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. Down east Maine really gets it. Look, it's not even raining in Sanford, but it's raining heavily for the mid-coast and especially down east and eastern Maine, also up in the county through Saturday afternoon. And by midnight, Saturday night, storm is gone. The wind is wrapping up, but the rain is gone. So rainfall amounts are going to be in the order of about 3 inches for Calais and Washington County, but 3/10 in Greenville. So there's a huge drop off there as far as the wind goes. Tropical storm warnings are up. That is for Friday into Monday because of the wind, and you have obviously the high seas. Next 3 days of the forecast, we've got rain, we've got wind on Saturday. Sunday, we dry out. It's a beautiful day. Showers redevelop Monday into Tuesday. Wednesday, sunny and comfortable, amazing to the end of next week. Really, this weekend is obviously all about Lee Saturday. We clean up, and then I just decided to put in for Friday something I haven't put all summer long. Dreams do come true. I mean, a Friday after the Fridays we had in August this year, rained every one to September. How about that for yeah.
We'll take it.
Right. Second half of next week. All right, Jason, thanks so much.